Hello beautiful people, welcome back again to my channel. Thank you for tuning in today. I am sharing with you all few tips that can help you graduate with no debt. Few tips that can help you navigate through your school without having to pay more or spend more money. By the grace of God, I was able to graduate with no loan. So some of these tips are based mostly on my experience after graduating, and also from other people's experience. Before I get into the tips here, a few facts about school in the United States. The price of the school depend also on the type of university, whether it's a public university or whether it's a private university. The price also will depend on whether you are an out-of-state student or you are an in-state student or you are out of country. So I'm going to be reading to you all the price, like the average price of colleges and university in the United States as of 2018-2019, and I'm going to be sharing that as well on my screen. Public two-year colleges, the tuition and other fees is about $3,660. For public four-year colleges, for in-state is about $10,230. For public four-year colleges, for out of state is $26,290. And then for private non-profit four-year colleges, that is $35,830, and we're talking in US dollars. And these fees will also vary if you take a room. They charge differently. Again, if you are planning on coming to study here in the United States, this number shouldn't scare you. Of course, it is super expensive, but these numbers shouldn't really scare you because most of the times school offers like funding, like financial aid, whether you are from the state or you are outside of the United States. You can usually find that information on the website of the school that you're applying. Just go there and look into, like, when you're choosing a school to go to, look into that financial aid page. Just know more. You can call them, ask them if they offer any financial aid. Go on their page, call them, find out all that information. They do have programs that help. Might not be to cover everything, but at least like partial. You can find that on their website. So without further ado, let's get into the tips that can help you avoid or reduce student loans. Tip number one, save some coins. That's also another way to fund yourself. When you're going to school, you can have a part-time job. It's something that I did myself when I was going to school. I was also having like a part-time job just to cover some of the expenses. Some people would rather work first, save up the money, and then go to school after. Some people do that. It's possible. You can do that. Tip number two, know your major. Know what you are going to study. This is very important. I remember when I started college, they used to say you don't have to know right now. I know it can be really hard to know exactly what you want to do when you just start college. It's very important to decide early on what you're going to do in college. The problem is if you don't know what you're going to do and you are paying, or the financial aid is paying for you, and if, let's say for example, you start with engineering, from engineering you change to nursing, let's say, the most important here is those majors should at least have common classes. Common classes. Let's say you're going nursing and then you don't want to do nursing anymore, but still you are in the field. Don't just go and change because you're spending money, you're spending time, you are spending too much money on the classes that you might not need. Tip number three, apply for as many scholarships as you can. This is the tip that's I got from Dave Ramsey. If you don't know, Dave Ramsey is a financial advisor. Just tap Dave Ramsey anywhere you can see him. I got it from Dave Ramsey. He said just apply for as many scholarships as you can. Even if one says no, you have another one. Just keep applying. Don't feel discouraged because one says no, you know. Just keep applying. You can make it to a part-time job. Just sit on the computer for a couple hours, apply. The thing with scholarships, it's not always going to be a big amount. It doesn't matter how much it is, whether it's $200, $500, $1,000, no matter the amount, just take it because it can help you. It can help you whether for your books, it can help you for so many things during your time in school. Tip number 4, start with community college. This is also a good advice that I got. When you go to a 2-year program, it allows you to eliminate some of the classes that you could have paid more to a university or a public or private university. Like I just showed you, community colleges are less expensive when you compare to a university. So when you start with a 2-year college, you will be able to eliminate some classes and transfer after you have graduated with your associate degree. You can be able to transfer that and complete your school. That's something that I did myself personally. I went to a community college. Usually it's like 2 years, you take 2 years. And then after that, I transferred to the university. Instead of spending almost double of that amount to a university, you can start with community college. You do 2 years and then you transfer to university for another 2 years for your bachelor. Tip number 5, work hard, have good grade. Some of the scholarships I was receiving were based on my GPA. Like how well do you do in school also determine the amount of money that you'll be receiving or getting. Even if financial aid is paying for you, you have to be able to have good grades. Some of this financial aid, you have to maintain them if you have good grades. So work hard, have good grade. 2 bonus tips. When it comes to buying your books, something that I realized, these books can be really less expensive when you buy them off online bookstore like Amazon, you know. And there was also another one, I forgot the name. There's also another one. I used to buy books there. Buy books or rent, actually. You can rent the books. If you know that I'm not going to need this book for like the upcoming years, just rent the book. Some of the books, of course, you need if you know that I'm going to use it again for the next semester or next year, just buy. If it's cheaper, like on Amazon or somewhere else, just buy there, because I realized that some schools really are expensive when it comes to books. The last bonus tip is stay with parents. If you have the possibility to stay with your parents while you're going to school, do that. That can help you save money, especially when you're working as well. You know, you save money. If you can find a roommate, do that. However, of course, I know some people don't have a choice. That's also a different case. But if you can stay with parents. If you have the possibility of staying with parents, do that. That's pretty much it for today. I hope these tips will be helpful for you. If you are planning to go to school, I encourage you. If you are currently in school, I also encourage you. Keep it up, keep doing that. You got this. Thank you all for tuning in, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye bye.